Hello Internet, and welcome back to my Sky Island playthrough. Now in the last episode we started our next expedition by moving kind of into what I would say is like a moderately sized town. It's not huge, it's not tiny, but it will give us a chance to loot a little bit of something and then hopefully head over to see Rubik. Now in our exploration we did manage to loot a house, at least partially. We were getting interrupted a lot by things that could see us through the front windows. We watched a few panicked persons get devoured by a small horde, and then we just started fighting zombies for really the duration of that episode. One of the main ones we encountered was a zapper zombie, which we took care of. We've fought them in the water, we've fought them in the forest, and there's still a few that we need to deal with here. And with that, I think we're back. Everyone, welcome back to the series. Happy to be here. Yeah, if I remember right, we left off already being spotted by two more enemies on the road, so we're gonna have to deal with them. And there's a not pulped corpse over here. What is this? It is a petrified person, because of course it is. So maybe we can pop in once we clear this area and finally loot the rest of the house here. Other than that, they're just standard zombies, no problem. What else do we see? 3 zombies, crawling zombie, fat zombie, brainless zombie. Okay, so quite a bit out here, although obviously the crawling and brainless aren't going to make it to us to be a problem. 3 standard zombies, not a big deal. The big zombies are slow, so we could kite that, although we still don't have very favorable terrain. I think we were fighting primarily in the forested area over here, as illustrated by the like butcher level amount of blood spattered everywhere, but unfortunately being there put us a little close to, I think right here was the corpse of the petrified person, which also came with a small horde of enemies, including a dog that I really don't want to deal with. Or maybe it was up here. I'm pretty sure it was down here though, and we don't want to be too close fighting in the forest and then have that horde spot us and they all suddenly come over and murder me. So I think our priorities at this point are pretty much unchanged. We're just going to continue clearing some enemies and trying to... Wasn't there a child zombie trapped in this terrain? Where did you end up, I wonder? And we're just going to try to continue looting and gather some stuff. You know, we want to trade with Rubik. Someone did point out, they were like, hey, you really shouldn't ask Rubik to turn you into a cyborg. Obviously, we're on a limited timetable. Currently, we have 8 warp pulses left down there in the sidebar. And unfortunately, Rubik's surgery would probably take us longer than whatever time we have remaining. Remember, we only have like 2 hours down here, unfortunately. And that's true. My plan was to save. Obviously, it depends on when we arrive to see Rubik, if we have money, and I think you need anesthetic, which we're not even sure he would have for us to use. I think it was one of those things you have to go out and find yourself, and if that's the case, obviously we're not probably going to be able to do that. However, if we could, for whatever reason, we find what we need and we want to interact with him, I was going to quick save and then see how long it takes, because if we fail and we go too long past our expedition timer, we would just die, and that would be a terrible way to die. So we're not going to do that. Although, you know, now that I think about it, I bet it doesn't kill you I bet it does kill you mid-surgery. I was going to say maybe we could get it done, die, and go back to the Sky Island, but still have it installed and still be a cyborg. But no, it probably just murders you mid operation there. So alright, so let's deal with you two. The front of this is not really favorable terrain either. Let's just fall back to the water here, and then, you know, we can use this kind of... I really hate walking in the water. It's 250 move cost, and trying to get off of it when we're being attacked is like not the easiest thing in the world. I mean, you're probably going to get stuck a little on terrain, which might break you up. In fact, you can't even see me. I don't know why that would be. Also, you're damaged. You must have come through a window or something. Both of them are damaged. That's fine. So let's just see. Yep, you're stuck on terrain. Can I just pull the one of you? Would be fine. Yeah, okay. So we'll use the deep water, I guess, as best we can. It's really not the best way to do this. Trying to stay a little north of you. Oh, I have my backpack as well. I don't want to drop my backpack in the water. So let's do this. Yeah, I suspected that would mess everything up. Let's just... I mean, 250 move cost. Let's just batter you. I think it's fine. Mini lighter, we still need things from a wallet, but none of those things. And that's it for your loot. Okay, that's fine. I did see there were several PRs or issues mentioned in... Where's my backpack? In the GitHub, basically pointing out things that are a little bit of an issue. Oh, you are coming over here to fight me. I did not realize you were still here. So we'll drop our backpack again, see if we can fight you on the actual deep water tile this time. Okay, what do you have? Lesbian flag stockings, some cookies, wintergreen gum here, which we don't really care about. Now, I am starting to think these stockings are a little too common. It seems like they're on almost every creature, and just like statistically, that would not be the case. I'm happy they're in the game. I just don't really think they should be as common as what we've been seeing. But yeah, I saw there were several issues listed on the GitHub related to Sky Island specifically, like some of the items being insanely rare and not really spawning as frequently as they should since they're required for upgrades. And if we really are struggling, or if I see issues about your body shivers slightly as a warp pulse passes through it. So we're down to 7 pulses left. Still plenty of time. That's like an hour and 45 minutes, something like that. So I guess we will keep pulling you guys down here because that building to your right looks pretty clear since we cleared north of it, and we're going to clear to the west here. So we'll see about looting that here in the future. I guess we keep using the water. It's not my favorite thing. No one likes wet feet. No one likes to be traipsing through the water, but what are you going to do? Why are my feet pink? What am I wearing that's like a pink sprite on my feet? Hiking boots. Oh, carpet leg guards. That's so funny. Okay, that would be why I have pink on my feet. I guess those are the carpet leg guards. I like that. That's amusing. All right, so let's get into another fight here. Yeah, like some of the items might be too rare. I thought I saw a PR that says you could now bring NPCs back to the Sky Island, but I'm not 100% on that. That would be pretty cool to bring back an NPC, although since we don't have a faction base up there, I'm not sure how much good that would actually do us. Our duster's leather. I suppose we could get leather out of this. Rugged, full-length coat. No, it's oh, that's right, it's canvas. Everyone always says they need canvas for some reason, so someone even told me in my comments why you need canvas, and I don't remember what it was, so sorry about that. Okay, we'll back off. Oh, did I just see a fish? I saw something blip for a second. Okay, I don't know what that was. Anyway, oh, I see our barbed wire bat is damaged. Oh, no. Like, we don't have a replacement at this time that's as good as the barbed wire bat. It's not actually a big deal. Obviously, we can just craft a spear or something. It would just slow down our damage output. And the fact that it's damaged, it's going to deal less damage now. So that's not great. That's not great. It is a pretty good weapon. I'm glad we found this as early as we did. But we'll survive. Oh, also, speaking of the weapon, people pointed out, I think in the previous episode when we talked about Zapback, I said that your gloves insulate you from Zapback, which I believe is true. I don't think I was wrong about that, but what people pointed out is that it's not based on material per se. There's actually a line down here that says if an item does or does not conduct electricity. So you'll see here our barbed wire baseball bat does not conduct electricity, so that's why we didn't get Zapback from the Zapper Zombie. So that's my mistake. Again, I've forgotten a staggering amount of information about this game. One of the most complex games I play. What is this down here? Okay, just a regular zombie. It's one of the most complicated games that I play on the regular, and by on the regular I mean didn't play for a long time, but I'm back now. And you just, you forget like a lot. Like, you have no idea how much you know about this game until you start talking to people and they're like, how the hell do you know everything about this game? Which I don't, by the way. I just, pay attention to the PRs as best I can, but I actually don't know everything about the game, obviously. In fact, people ask me questions all the time that I have no idea how to answer, and then I feel bad because people regard me as some kind of expert when I don't actually know as much as you would think I do. But even when you know a ton about a game, after you don't play for a while, or you get out of the kind of the rhythm of it or whatever, you forget things. And usually the things you forget are like the really basic stuff that, like the weird exotic information you remember because it's like, oh, that's super interesting, I can't believe that's in the game, or whatever. But then when it comes to like really basic stuff, you just can't remember because it's like so basic your brain didn't think it was worth remembering. Okay, so this is the military surplus store. I'm surprised to even see the brazier in here. Last I checked, these were completely empty with like I remember going several months ago to one and it was just literally all empty shelves and one little, I think it was like flares or something, I don't really remember. And the American flag, okay, yeah, military surplus I suppose would have an American flag, why not? So I think we're gonna try to get in this house, and I think we're gonna smash the window to get in. We could just walk around the brainless here, but it would expose us to the zombies that are down here. here, probably within their vision radius, although they're all brainless except for the one. And smashing the window will draw the brainless most likely to fight with us, but that's okay. It's a brainless, and once we get in here, we'll have furniture as well to slow it down a little bit. So yeah, I think it's safer to come in from the front here, the northern entrance, although I am seeing more zombies again. A crawling zombie, not a concern. You're probably going to meander into the house and get lost and not be a problem. This one might come all the way down to fight us. In fact, it almost certainly will, but that's okay. We can even use the wreck to our advantage here. Just trying to keep an eye out on things as we progress. It's another zapper, but we know now they're not a problem. We know they have lower HP. We know the zap back won't affect us, things like that. Something has my neighborhood's little yippy neighbor dogs all angry for some reason. So sorry about that if you can hear the little puppers yipping outside. I'm glad to be recording again. It's been several days since I last recorded. What's the move cost on this? 400 each. So this should be, oh, we should drop the backpack, however, and that because we dropped, we might not have the full cost reduction of hitting you, but I think we're okay. And then I bet you will just bleed if I back off. What's your bleeding? Bad bleeding? I bet you die from that, so we'll just back off and see what happens here. You're not dead, you are just barely bleeding, so we'll put you down. Again, really light on the loot. That's disappointing. I was just talking to people on Discord who was like, oh, hello, zombie child. I didn't see you at all. You have, like, no HP left? What happened to you? Were you wandering through the broken glass, I guess? Or maybe you were up there fighting one of those, like, NPC-type creatures. We could use the vehicle here, but I don't want to get closer to these guys. And everything seems to be moving north, which is gonna, you know, be an issue if they, like, hook up with the horde that was over here. That could be a problem, but let's try to use this vehicle. You know what? It doesn't matter because it has, like, no HP left. One hit will do it. Yeah. You feel guilty for killing the zombie child. Yeah. My character might, I don't really. An old shabby magazine about hardware and software. The last page says this is the last printed issue as they're going all digital. That's very amusing. I like that. Travel pack. Everything here is a little too damaged. We don't really need a brassiere. You know, it's like the only thing in good condition here. Oh, actually, you have a windbreaker. I don't really wear those jackets. I think we have a game system. We have plenty of smartphones, I think, at this point. And if we needed more, we could easily find some. 2 zombies, crawling zombie, zapper zombie. Where are the regular ones? Yeah, you're up there. You might come fight me. Okay, so here's an issue. You'll see here this says zombie none. Prior to now, I had not updated the game, and this is actually an issue that was supposedly just fixed, which apparently has not been fixed, because this was not generated before when the bug was an issue since I never updated, and since I just updated, it should have the new fix that removes that issue, but unfortunately it apparently doesn't fix it, because here it says zombie none, which is, like, it's not a big deal, it doesn't affect the game really, it just outputs none next to their name, so I find that a bit of a problem because that was supposed to have been fixed, but okay. We should be good here. I'm a little worried about them, but they should be just outside our vision radius as we move down, so let's wear this backpack, and we're gonna hop in. You know what? We can open the grate. There might be something in the garage. Yes? Zombie spotted where? Oh, it's the one far away? Yeah, no, we don't have to stop for that one. Okay. The noise, I think those make noise when they open, so the brainless doesn't seem to care. Okay, never mind. Okay, well, let's grab some stuff, I guess. I don't really need office scissors. Under the hood, always good. I kind of think we have that book already, and since we know that we're not going to be doing too much with frames, I'm not super interested in that. Funnel, no funnel. We do need cardboard boxes, so we should... Oh, but they're small. They look very large, but oh no, I'm sorry, it's a big box that contains a small box. So if we move this stuff out of these. So anyway, let's pull that stuff out of these boxes, and then if we examine them, we should be able to take them down. And unfortunately, it's too big to fit in our pockets. Okay, so how do we want to do this? If they won't fit in our backpack, then we would have to wield it in our hands. And you can't put one inside of another. I don't think you'd be able to do that. Can you stack them? How would we even do so? Let's wield sorry, I've never done this. Let's wield a large cardboard box, store our bat, And then we still can't fit the box, which means they can't fit inside of themselves, which kind of makes sense, but figured I would try, because in real life, obviously, you would just stack boxes. Where's my bat? Let's wield the bat before I forget. So if we can't take the large boxes, which I don't remember how many we need. So if we go to warp and we go to, this would be an upgrade, the miner's cameo, we need 2 large cardboard boxes, which we're not going to be able to carry 2 of them back. So we would have to carry 1 back at a time. It would have to be the item we wield in our hands. There is an item we can craft that will let us take the whole room back with us instead of just what's in our hands. I kind of think that would be a waste on this expedition. Plus I think it requires warp shards, which we don't have. What is it would be the skyward beacon, I think. If you activate it, will return you directly to the island. No, that's not it. Vortex token, drag the entire contents of the room with you back up to the island, requires 15 warp shards. We're probably not going to do that. Oh, and I'm gonna forget to take 1 back with me, and these small cardboard boxes that you find for food can't be used for this. I don't even know where you get regular sized cardboard boxes. Okay, well, let's take the protein shake. Let's try to remember to come back here before we go to extraction and grab one of these to hold in our hands, but I'm almost certain that I will forget to do that. All right, well, don't worry about it for now. Let's just keep looting here. Keep an eye out for anything that might be in here. There is a damaged door, which sort of makes me think something's... Nope, looks like it made a hasty retreat outside there. All right, let's just loot as though we're, you know, looting a house or whatever. Jorts. Yeah, no. Cotton hat suits, not really interested. Check the bathroom, of course, because of the sweet medical spawns. So we'll grab those. Pretty sure we have a sponge, but I like to grab one anytime I see one. Liquid soap. I think we have like a ton of liquid soap already, actually, or maybe we left that behind on our previous expedition. Naproxen, I believe, is just one of the new lightweight painkillers, like the like Tylenol or aspirin or whatever. Where, yeah, long-lasting. A mild, long-lasting NSAID-based painkiller. What is... I think NSAID, non-steroidal... Well, I have a bottle here. Well, you would think a giant bottle of, like, acetaminophen would say that, but apparently it doesn't. God, I hope that wasn't loud in the microphone. I think it's non-steroidal, anti-inflammatory drug would be my... I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Anyway, let's grab these pills and things here. Antibiotics, always good to find, by the way. Small cardboard box. Again, we can't use those for anything. I have heard that female like hygiene products are worth a lot of trade money. It appears that they are $2 a piece, and there's 24 of them here, which is quite a bit. How large is this? Yeah, barely any size at all to pick up the whole stack here. So we'll take the cardboard box of menstrual pads for trading to Ruvik. And then toothbrushes, do you have any value? No. Soap bars, 30 cents, not really worth it. And I don't know what you use cotton balls for, but we'll take cotton balls, why not? Yeah, I have no idea where you get those medium sized cardboard boxes. The Vinegar Maker's Handbook. Okay, don't know this book. Describes in detail all the ways one can make vinegar. You would have thought there wouldn't be much to making vinegar, but the girth of this book tells you otherwise. Okay, girthy, nice girthy book. Always prefer a girthy book. The Sioux Chef, spelled as in Sioux, like the Native American. Thick hardcover Native American tribe is what I was going to say. Probably shouldn't say the Native American. Sounds a little not great. The future of Native American cuisine. Okay, as much recipe collection as manifesto. What a weird thing. Okay, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But anyway, it's a cookbook, so we'll take that as well. I see there are board games here. I should have pulled up my my list of things that we need. I should pull that up now. Okay, I know I read this in a previous episode, but the board games we need are Settlers of the Ranch, Snakes and Ladders, and a chess set. So we don't need War Tanks or whatever this is called. This is a board game, right? Tactical solitaire board game. Player controls a platoon of tanks in 6 different scenarios with various victory conditions. Player travels across the map, entering combat when an event marker comes into their line of sight. Okay, yeah, I have no idea how one would play that. And I think even like, oh, they're only 50 cents. I was going to say some of these for fun novels are worth a lot. $15 for the fantasy novel. Absolutely, we'll take that. Rubik's going to love that. So another large cardboard box we can't actually carry. There must be No, I guess you just do carry them, because how would you carry a giant box in real life? You can't stuff it in a backpack. All right, take some wool socks, I guess. Don't really need any of this. Take an undershirt. Actually, should we be checking these for their barter value as well? Does Rubik want a tie clip? Probably not. Definitely will grab these long strings while we're here near the broken windows. A locked interior door. Okay, so we're not going in there. It just would be very annoying to have to unlock that. I'm not going to do that. Tons of food. Same thing. We can trade a lot of this to Rubik if we like, because we're not going to be able to carry everything back with us probably anyway. So we'll just take everything that's not rotten. Also, I'm used to being lactose intolerant, so it's super weird to see all this dairy product being like things we could actually consume for once. Apparently can't fit a watermelon. Why is a watermelon a different gray color than everything else? No, I can fit it. It's just 10 pounds. That is a huge watermelon. 10 pounds. Okay, doesn't matter. We can't stash cottage cheese. Ignore that one. Did it cancel everything I picked up? It sure did. Now, comma, select everything, and then we'll just deselect the rotten food and the cottage cheese. I'm not sure why it's being treated as an open bottle of cottage cheese, or open tub. Excuse me, it's a tub. So we'll pick everything up here, and then we will eat the watermelon because of vitamins and because it's delicious. This doesn't look edible to you. It's a what? What are you talking about? That must be why it's gray. Why is it not edible? Oh, is it some stupid crafting recipe where I have to cut a watermelon in order to eat it? Some watermelon seeds. Okay, so I don't have a recipe to cut it. Do you have to butcher it? That would be pretty weird. Let's drop the watermelon. I want to figure this out. This is a very strange thing I have not encountered before. Can you disassemble watermelon? 1 minute. Sure. You are not in the mood and the prospect of work stops you before you begin. Wow, they're just like a magnifying glass into my own real life. Thank you very much, game. I didn't really want to roleplay myself today, but that's fine. So that means our morale is terrible, probably from killing that zombie child. Minus 55 is pretty bad. Guilty about killing is 99% of it. Yeah, the wetness penalty seems to have worn off despite the fact that we're still listed as soaked. You're not content with your life. Yeah, what did I say last time I saw this? Like, congratulations, you're a millennial or something like that. I'm a millennial, by the way. I know I'm older, but I'm a millennial. I'm not even an old millennial, but for some reason people think all millennials are like 25, which is just not correct. Anyway, we're too sad to cut a delicious watermelon for us to consume, so that's not going to happen. But let's eat other things while we're down here, and specifically let's eat things that will probably have vitamins, because we already got a negative health message on day 1 about, oh, you need to sleep properly, you need to eat more vitamins, whatever. So a pear is 7% daily recommended for vitamin C, so we will eat 2 pears. And then what other fruit do we have? You should always try to eat at least a piece of fruit every day. Would really like to cut open that watermelon, but apparently we're not going to be able to do that. Suppose we could eat a potato also, or a tomato, not a potato. Yeah, good vitamin C in a tomato, although I know a lot of people hate raw tomatoes. I had a salad yesterday that came with cherry tomatoes that were all very soggy, which made me not eat them, but otherwise I generally like tomatoes plenty. Apple as well, we'll eat that. And then, is there anything to drink in this whole place? I didn't see water, only soda, and then that protein shake, which protein shake have a lot of calories. 2 days on that as well. It will go bad in 2 days. I suppose we'll drink this, although it's listed as hydrated, so fruit must have a lot of quench as well, and I just wasn't paying attention. So we'll drink a protein shake. We don't want to overeat per se. I think, do we even have a debuff that comes from overeating? I'm not sure. Take some of these knives. I don't remember which can be used for knife spears, but we're kind of to the point where going from the nail bat to the knife spear would be like a pretty noticeable downgrade. So hopefully we can get to like the next tier of spears before we would have to craft a replacement weapon, but we'll see how that goes. Grab the knives, drinking glass I don't need. Did I check these? I did not. How do I collapse all of this? I can't. Isn't it E? No, E opens that. That's right. There we go. Collapse everything. Okay. So, peanut butter we'll take, fruit jam we'll take, coffee powder we'll take. I guess we'll take a lot of the seasoning as well. I think we have a lot of tea leaves back at base, but we'll take those. Bread is pretty high calorically. I don't know that it has vitamins, but that's okay. Looks like all of this pretty much we're going to take. I'm not crazy about Toastums, but we'll take that as well. And then 6 coffee mugs. I don't suppose Rubik would want to buy some coffee mugs. Probably not. A toaster. Rubik probably loves toasters. Anything machine related, right? Is that a stereotype? here. Is that racist of me to say that Rubik likes robotic things, technology, and etc.? So I'll take all that crap. Everything should fit. How are we doing on weight and things? Our weight is almost at capacity, so we are going to have to drop some things moving forward. But for now, no knives there that I want. An envelope with a sympathy card. Yes, I would like to know what sympathy card this is. My game hung when I push that button. Okay, very weird. A black greeting card with a picture of a dimly lit candle. Words printed on it say, "Please accept our deepest and most heartfelt condolences at this challenging time." I think it's kind of weird to buy a card for a funeral. Isn't that weird? I think that's weird. I wouldn't buy a sympathy card for someone at a funeral. I would just show up and be supportive. Like, isn't that your job, is to just show up and be like, just so you know, I love you. I hope everything's okay. We'll take the cotton patches. It looks like our volume is also an issue here. It's just that we have that lumberjack bag. So if I drop the lumberjack bag, it should give us an idea of how much, space we're actually limited to. We have 20 liters left, but that doesn't mean we actually have 20 liters to accommodate a single item. So let's wear the lumberjack bag, and we should probably be picking up planks and stuff as we find smashed furniture, but I'm gonna probably continually forget that. Hiking boots doesn't fit in any pocket. Millis Mall advertising brochure. The game hung again when I hit the E button to look at this. Does it not generate these until you push the button, or is my computer freaking out? Brochure advertising for local malls with an address below each entry. Using it will add roads and local, and local malls and strip malls to your map. That's cool. I've never seen one of those before. Newspaper page. UFO crash, truth or fiction. One civilian account claims a shining disc appeared in his field. It kind of glowed and I could see a strange gray world through it. Then a shambling, hazy purple mushroom came through, man. Okay, sorry, I can't read sometimes. That's just, that happens. What are you gonna do? Postcard, man, we're reading a lot of these. Hope you like me reading these. A piece of thick rectangular paper intended for writing and mailing without an envelope. It doesn't even have a description. Okay. That's fine. Stiletto heels, probably not the best zombie apocalypse attire. More books, absolutely we want to check these. It's nothing's fitting in our pockets. We need to drop some stuff. You know what? We should probably call the episode. It's probably been 30 minutes. All right, everyone, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I, of course, will be back in the near future with more content, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for being here.